Are you attracted to Lance, or are you using this for a storyline?
I've always been attracted to Lance. We've always had chemistry, and I don't need to use it for a storyline.
Love and Marriage Huntsville always has drama at its core, but this time the chaos isn't just on screen, it's happening behind the scenes and is pretty serious. The charges in the most recent lawsuit against Carlos King, the executive producer of OWN Network, are explosive, I must say. What people are saying about this situation will surprise you. Leaked reunion footage and disturbing claims about cast members are causing this lawsuit to open doors that some people wanted to keep closed. Since there are now other factors at play besides reality TV, this is where things start to get interesting. How did we arrive here? The foundation of the show could be completely upended by this legal dispute, and the network's reputation could even be in danger. What makes this story special? Most importantly, who is genuinely in charge of this lawsuit? Simply put, OWN Network struggles to get a break and has a history of legal drama. To fully understand why this lawsuit is so important, we need to look at our own network's prior legal issues. It appears that this is not the first time the network has been compelled to appear in court. The shocking part is that some insiders and former cast members claim there is more to the story of Love and Marriage Huntsville, which was created by King Carlos, who has made a living by creating tense, dramatic reality TV scenes. These covert rumors have now developed into official accusations, and believe me when I say that this lawsuit is about more than just money. It's about control, power, and perhaps even corruption. The most outrageous part, though, is that we have heard over the years about producers allegedly pressuring actors to start arguments for the cameras, unfair contracts, and manipulative editing. This legal battle didn't even start with the reunion leak. Another part of the story that no one saw coming was the leaked reunion video, which was a PR disaster for OWN. Let's talk about the incident that shocked the LH fandom first, though, the leaked reunion video. If you've been paying attention, you know that marriage and love reunions in Huntsville are often characterized by shocking disclosures, contentious disputes, and breathtaking moments. This time, some of the awkward moments from the reunion started to circulate online before it was formally televised, despite fans waiting months for the cast to get together and resolve their issues. Cast members were heard making remarks they probably didn't want the public to hear. Unedited raw footage showed backstage arguments that weren't supposed to be shown. Some private conversations that were made public show that not everyone on the show is as close as they appear to be, but this is where the interesting part begins. It felt more like a planned leak than an accident, and fans immediately began to wonder who leaked it and why. Theories about the leak. Did it happen in secret? When something like this happens, there's always a mystery involved. And trust me when I say that the conspiracy theories took off. Some fans believe Carlos King was responsible for the leak. Why? Because LA is famously kept by Carlos. On everyone's mind, and ratings are correlated with controversy, the most shocking theory is that the footage was intentionally leaked by someone inside the OWN network, possibly to expose the network's questionable practices or to discredit Carlos King. Some speculate that a cast member leaked the video in retaliation, trying to undermine a fellow cast member by revealing conversations that were meant to be off camera. What makes this story special? That nobody has stepped up to take responsibility or offer a strong defense. The main question is, why did the network leak it if they didn't? The cast is just as confused as the fans, and Carlos King is keeping quiet. This is where the lawsuit comes into play. The network entered full damage control mode, sometimes referred to as cover-up or network response damage control, as soon as rumors of the leak started to spread. But believe me when I say that their reaction only heightened suspicion. Instead of addressing the issue head-on, the network released a general statement saying that they were investigating and taking the situation seriously. But here's the thing, if they truly didn't know, wouldn't they be more aggressive in their search for the leak's origin? The most ridiculous part of the lawsuit is the assertion that the network knew about the leak. But if that's the case, OWN might be held legally responsible for the whole thing. This is where things get complicated because OWN might have to make internal emails, contracts, and behind-the-scenes communications public if the lawsuit goes to trial, which could expose even more secrets. What comes next? And how might this change Love and Marriage Huntsville forever? Since the entire show could potentially be fired if this lawsuit is successful, let's talk about what this means for Lamb's future. This is a real legal battle that has the potential to change everything. It is no longer just drama for the cameras. The most startling aspect is that the extent of this lawsuit is still unknown. If he is truly concealing something more significant, this could be the start of a much larger scandal. Cast members will surely refuse to film if their private conversations are made public. In order to avoid more legal issues, Carlos King may decide to cancel the show entirely. What comes next? The lawsuit is just getting started. The drama is far from over, no question about that. The truth might be even more startling than we think given all the rumors and legal charges that are going around. This could turn into a major media catastrophe if O and Carlos King don't handle it properly. The key question now is who leaked the reunion footage? Is Huntsville's marriage and love coming to an end? And what secrets will this lawsuit uncover? Let me tell you, the entire network is currently in crisis mode after Destiny took an unexpected turn. You won't want to miss what happens next because everyone is watching O and Carlos King and this legal battle. This time, something unexpected happened. Fans of reality TV wait weeks or months to see their favorite cast members get together and vent their frustrations in a way that only reality stars can. Something shocking happened before the network even had a chance to formally air the episode, which was supposed to be a dramatic must-watch reunion. Unauthorized reunion videos started to surface online, and believe me when I say that this wasn't a minor leak. Fans, cast members, and even the show's executives were left scrambling to understand what was happening due to the overwhelming amount of content. Who leaked it, why, and what impact will this have on the show's future are the questions at hand. Let's dissect it, a historic leak and the significance of this. Whole parts of the reunion were revealed, private off-cam exchanges were made public, and moments that were supposed to be cut out abruptly took center stage. Short clips of reality TV episodes have previously been leaked online before their planned premiere date, so the practice is not wholly new. This was unique because, believe me, the leaked material included more than just sporadic snippets. Sometimes it's a marketing gimmick and other times it's an accident. This uncut, incredibly sensitive behind-the-scenes footage should never have been made public. We're talking about uncut fight scenes that were meant to be condensed for TV, and private cast member conversations that weren't meant to be heard by the general public. The network quickly deleted the leaked videos everywhere, proving how easily reality TV can be manipulated, even though they initially had no idea how this footage got out and tried to dismiss it as a small mistake. Everyone begins to point fingers when something like this happens, and there were many theories on the internet in this instance. They could have imposed copyright strikes and acted as though nothing noteworthy had occurred, but believe me when I say that this only served to heighten suspicions because if this had been a straightforward mistake, why was the network so anxious to hide it? At this point, things start to get interesting because insiders started formulating a theory that might completely alter the situation. According to the first theory, it was leaked by Carlos King himself. Let me tell you, this is the theory that made people talk. Carlos King is a master at crafting drama for reality television. Could Carlos have created interest in Love and Marriage Huntsville by leaking the video himself? He knows that viewers are drawn to controversy, and there's no denying that the show has been getting a bit cliched lately. Think about it. If the audience saw something they weren't supposed to see, what would they do first? For the complete story, watch the reunion. Once the leaks were made public, this publicity stunt, if it was one, was a success. As social media exploded, people who had stopped watching Lamb suddenly started to pay attention again. Everyone was interested in Owen's other secrets, but here's the twist. Carlos has denied any involvement, claiming that he was just as shocked as everyone else when the video was made public. If he didn't, then who did? According to the second theory, a cast member took revenge. Let's be honest, not everyone thinks that love and marriage are possible. Huntsville is happy with how they are portrayed, and I can tell you that some of them have publicly voiced their disapproval over the past few seasons. Is it possible that a cast member who was upset about how they were treated leaked the video to expose the truth? A number of actors have made references to staged drama, unfair editing, and even producers intentionally stirring things up behind the scenes. This might have been a form of revenge against the producers if someone inside felt duped. There is another, even more shocking possibility, though. The reality show was obviously not as authentic as it appeared, as evidenced by the statements made by cast members in some of the leaked videos. According to the third theory, OWN network had an insider. At this point, the plot shifts, because what if the network itself was the source of the leak? Let's face it, not every member of the OWN network's backstage crew is loyal, especially considering the network's size. What if someone from the executive offices, production team, or editing department deliberately leaked the video to disparage Carlos King? Conflicts between Carlos and other people have already been reported. Some sources claim that the network is tired of Carlos's disorganized approach to reality TV and wants to replace him as its leader. Is it possible that this was an inside job to discredit Carlos and justify his dismissal from the show? And if that's the case, this lawsuit could be the beginning of a much bigger power struggle. Fans anticipated that OWN would take immediate action after the leaks went viral. The network did not, however, identify any suspects, offer any concrete responses, or confirm or deny the clip's veracity. Let me tell you, when a network doesn't acknowledge a scandal, it usually means they don't want us to know about it. Silence speaks louder than words. What if the leaked video contained even more secrets than we were aware of? What if there is more at stake in this lawsuit than just love and marriage? Huntsville is about something much bigger that the owner is frantically trying to hide, and most importantly, what happens next? Reality TV thrives on drama, love, and marriage. For example, one of the cast members, Destiny Payton, is now the target of shocking accusations that make it difficult for fans to believe what they are hearing, making this controversy much more serious than previous ones in Huntsville. You heard right. Given the recent claims that Destiny may have been groomed, the internet is going crazy trying to piece together the truth. You won't believe what we're about to reveal. Allow me to explain how this tale took an unexpected and unnerving turn, a challenging past that no one saw coming. In marriage and love, Destiny has long been a controversial figure. Huntsville, all of that is insignificant in light of the current situation, as there are allegations that Destiny may have been secretly influenced, controlled, and manipulated in both her personal and professional lives. While some fans have criticized her attitude and accused her of creating unnecessary drama, others have applauded her for her tenacity after her divorce. The fact that some people believe this to be true makes it even stranger. Who is to blame for the accusations? This is an intriguing question that goes well beyond reality TV. Let's look at how this started months ago. Online rumors have been circulating about Destiny's sudden behavioral shift. She was once a confident, outspoken woman, but her fans noticed that she had become defensive, reclusive, and overly private about her life. At first, people assumed it was simply the stress of being on reality TV, but strange details began to emerge. Destiny started to steer clear of personal questions and interviews. She became extremely defensive whenever her past relationships were mentioned. Those close to her hinted at a pivotal moment in her life that changed her, but refused to elaborate, and then the shocking information surfaced. A former co-worker of Destiny claimed that she had been coached and managed by a powerful person for years. The startling aspect is that they refused to name the offender, which only served to heighten suspicion because if this was a rumor, why would they be afraid to come forward with the identity of its source? This is where the story takes a dark turn. The grooming allegations. What does it actually mean? Usually the word grooming evokes a disturbing image, but in this case, the charges suggest an alternative kind of control. According to sources, Destiny might have been impacted by someone who affected her choices on the show, as well as her relationships and career. There are rumors that she was forced into a toxic relationship for financial gain. She was molded by a powerful person in the entertainment industry who controlled her image. The most concerning part is that she may not have even been aware of what was happening to her if these accusations are true. What she could and could not say on Lamb was being constrained by forces outside the show that dictated her storylines. That's what grooming is all about. Slow, methodical, and slow. And trust me when I say that things start to get really crazy at this point. Do they participate in the OWN network connection? People's suspicions are growing because of this. Some fans have suggested that OWN network may have helped hide the truth. Why? Because there are too many unanswered questions in the Destiny on Lamb plot. Why was her divorce's plot so unclear? Why did she suddenly experience financial instability so soon after she and her ex parted ways? Why did she seem to avoid certain subjects during the filming process? If someone was truly controlling her behind the scenes, the most crucial question of all is why OWN didn't step in. Is it possible that they knew something but chose to ignore it to keep the drama going? Because networks like a complicated plot, let's face it. Would they genuinely step in to protect Destiny if they were making money off of her struggles? Or would they just let the drama unfold for the sake of the ratings? Viewers are more interested in a reality star whose life is more chaotic. It's terrifying to even consider. Destiny says what she thinks, but is she telling the truth? When Destiny finally addressed the rumors, fans were expecting her to deny everything, but instead, she gave a response that heightened suspicion. Instead of proving or disproving the charges, she said something that left people with more questions than answers. People will always talk, but that doesn't mean they know everything. She didn't say anything else. Now tell me, does that sound like an innocent person or someone who is hiding something? Because trust me, I would have stopped any rumors that I had been groomed or forced right away. So why didn't she? It gets even stranger when you discover the secret truth, the link to the leaked reunion video. Remember how we talked about the LH reunion video leak? What if I told you that Destiny's name was also a part of that scandal? Indeed, precisely. Even though Destiny wasn't prepared to reveal her truth, it almost seems like someone wanted the world to know it when you put the pieces together. Was the leak a means of revealing the truth about Destiny's purported grooming? According to reports, some of the leaked video contained discussions about Destiny's private life that were never intended for public consumption. This story is starting to take on a much larger scope than reality TV, I must say. The fact that it might be a part of a bigger Hollywood production is the most bizarre aspect. Was there someone in the background who wanted questions to start coming in? If so, why and by whom was it leaked? The problem, Trend. Destiny's situation is not unique if these charges are true. She is not the first well-known individual to be subjected to covert control and manipulation. Over the years, similar stories have surfaced in Hollywood, including the conservatorship scandal involving Britney Spears, where she was allegedly controlled for years before escaping, Kesha's battle against her former producer, who allegedly controlled and manipulated her career, the suppression of reality stars by networks that don't want the truth to be known, and the messy drama of Love and Marriage Huntsville. But what if I told you that the reunion video that was recently leaked might not be a coincidence? Because of this, the situation has reached a completely new level. You heard right, the shocking videos that went viral might have been intentionally leaked. And you'll be shocked to learn why. Who was in charge? Why now? What, above all, did Owen King and Carlos King not want the world to see in that video? This is where it gets interesting. Let me explain how this all happened, how the leak happened, and why the Love and Marriage reunion in Huntsville ended in a way that makes people suspicious. Rumor had it that something important had happened behind the scenes. Fans expected the usual arguments, fights, and shocking revelations, but no one expected actual footage from the recording to be released online before the planned premiere date. The most ridiculous aspect is that this was more than just a quick teaser or video. And the leaked material was raw, unedited video of conversations that were never meant to be public moments. Conversations that were too real, too damaging, and too uncensored for the network to air. They're desperate to keep a secret, and the more they try to hide the video, the more people want to know what was in it. And trust me when I say that you will see why this is turning into a major scandal once you hear what was said, successfully watching what was in the saga. They have been attempting to silence anyone who shares the footage, deleting clips, and threatening legal action. The video revealed secrets they didn't want you to know. Now let's get to the tea itself. What were the actual contents of the leaked clips? Sources who were able to see the footage prior to its removal have unveiled 3 major bombshells that have left fans in complete shock. A secret feud between cast members that never happened on TV. The juicy part is that the video allegedly showed 2 actors who were passed over for additional production getting into a heated argument. Because of how explosive this fight was, one of them allegedly threatened to leave the show. At this point, Carlos King's alleged involvement in creating the narrative gives the controversy a significant turn. The leaked video reportedly contained a conversation in which someone accused Carlos King of manipulating plots to fit his own agenda. You heard right. The startling thing is that, should this charge prove to be true, some cast members might have been completely misrepresented. Carlos King, the creator of some of the most iconic scenes on reality TV, is now facing accusations of orchestrating drama behind the scenes. The significant questions of how much of love and marriage Huntsville is real and how many actors have been coerced behind the scenes are also raised by this. Destiny Payton's shocking revelation is this: what led to the video's recent leak? At this point, things start to get really crazy. One of the most persistent rumors about the leak is that it was somehow related to Destiny Payton's plot. Why? Because the leaked video contained references to Destiny's personal life that were never meant for public consumption. After some fans who saw the clip said they implied Destiny was involved in something much more serious than we first thought, the internet went crazy. People have connected this leak to the recent grooming accusations against Destiny. Is it possible that this video was leaked in order to expose Destiny's true situation? Why did CH leak it, if so? At this point, suspicions begin to grow. Was access granted inside for the leak? Now let's talk about the biggest mystery of all: who leaked the video? The network is reportedly investigating the situation, and several theories regarding a disgruntled cast member are already in the air. If so, it suggests that one of the LH cast members wanted to see the true story rather than the version that was intended to appease a furious crew member. Some believe that a cast member who was dissatisfied with their portrayal decided to come clean. Another theory is that someone who worked on the reunion tape grew weary of the manipulation going on behind the scenes and decided to leak the footage to expose the truth. If this is true, then the show's crew is aware of far more than they are allowed to talk about, a clever publicity stunt, and this is where things start to go terribly wrong. Because, let's face it, controversy sells. Some fans believe the leak was done on purpose. There's no better way to create anticipation for the reunion than by unintentionally releasing a few clips. The legal battle that lies ahead is where things get serious though, as people are now demanding answers and Carlos King has a lot of explaining to do. If this was a PR stunt, they may have underestimated the backlash. They are purportedly trying to find the source of the leak and are even thinking about suing the individual in question now that their own network is pursuing legal action. The issue is that once something is posted online, it is very hard to take it down. Although the video that was leaked has been removed, people have already watched it, taken notes, and started sharing the information. The most crucial query remains: what else is OWN hiding? If this video wasn't supposed to be seen, what else have they hidden from us? Who is most likely to benefit from this leak above all? This scandal is definitely far from over, and if Carlos King and OWN think they can ignore it, they may be in for a rude awakening. Keep checking back because this story is only going to get bigger